Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another word-based building video. My name is Amir. In today's video we are gonna review one of the attacks NAVI used in the recent World qualifiers, World Warmups against Synchronics in finals. And this strategy specifically won them $10,000. So we are gonna review it, see what they do, how you guys can replicate that strategy, and how to use it basically. It's going to be a small guide, short guide about this strategy. It's very strong, very easy to learn, and keep in mind these videos I'm about to share with you guys is in new hard mode. So if you guys are using this strategy, this specific approach in normal mode, it's gonna crush every single base with ease, and in my opinion it's much stronger than the previous approaches of root rider spam beat RC charges. Now without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so if you take a look at a Klaus attack, it's basically root riders with RC charge, but the difference is he brings 8 invisibility spells to go deeper into the base. Now, if you guys remember from Town Hall 16, Town Hall 15 days, one of the most broken ways to use Zap Lalo was zapping one Rage Comp, for example, on anti-3 bases or diamond bases, then using your King and Queen with a log launcher to sui the other half of the base, and then laloing straight into the Town Hall. This is basically the same thing, but the only difference is the instead of doing zaps, you're doing RC charge with your root riders instead of using your zaps like Zap Lalo. Now here what Klaus is doing the same thing. He got like 1/3 of portion of the base down with the RC charge, but whenever you guys want to do that, you need to make sure you are not going just for a corner compartment of the base. You need to clear the core of the base basically somehow. It is base dependent, you can't do it on every single base, but it's doable and it's very strong. As you can see, it's in hard mode as well, so if you guys use it in normal mode, it's gonna be even stronger. Now look at the funnel he creates here. The log launcher takes out the core defenses, the scatters in the rage tower. Now the queen is walking basically in the core of the base. She can access the multis and both of the fire spitter, and is gonna deal with the CC. The pathing for the root riders is really important here because you have a direct pathing into the town hall, and all of the other sides of the base is basically cleared out with the RC charge and the sui and your siege. So there's not much left to do. The main thing you need to worry about in this strategy is time. So make sure you don't time fail, because it can be a time consuming strategy. Then funneling your sui, and after that you need to be careful about not letting your Valkyries and root riders walk outside of the base, because you don't have queen or siege barracks or RC to use, or king on the outside to funnel your troops inside the base. Now let's get into the next attack. Now again, if we take a look at Kazuma's attack, it's gonna be the same. The difference between the approach, like I explained in the last replay I showed you guys, is you're not going for a corner compartment of the base to funnel the root riders on the corner of the base. You need to go deeper into the base. You basically want one side of the core taken out with the RC charge, and the other side of the core taken out with your log launcher and your queen or king, depends on the base. Then your queen walks and takes another compartment or merges with the king and the log launcher in the base. Now what he does here is very important, because he pulls out the RC, even though he could have let the RC take out the monolith, but he pulls it out. He doesn't want to risk losing the RC early and not getting the recall value, so he knows he's gonna get that monolith with the log launcher anyway, so he didn't risk it. He sends the log launcher again directly into the core of the base, queen to funnel, then king goes into the corner comp, while the log launcher clears the core buildings, the multi and the monolith. Again, at the top side, he just uses one super barbarians to funnel his Valkyries and stuff into the base. That's really important. Keep in mind, you don't want your Valks to walk outside of the base because you're gonna lose momentum when you're going into the base. The Root Riders don't deal too much damage. They are just there to open walls for your heroes and tank, basically. The Valkyries are the main thing that do the damage. The King, the Queen, the RC, everything behind the Root Riders deals the most amount of damage into the base. He uses the overgrowth on the back end to lower the DPS on his troops, so they can wrap around, because the troops weren't getting the core defenses or the corner buildings that he's ending on. They were on the top side fighting the multi-inferno tower, so he didn't want them to get extra damage on them from the flanks. So he just used the overgrowth to lower the DPS instead of using the overgrowth early to make a better pathing for the Root Riders, basically. Now let's move on to the last attack, which is Yata's attack. Now for Yata's attack, he's gonna do it a bit different because he's not using too many invisibility spells. He's just using the regular amount that we use on every other variation of RC Charge Root Riders, which is 4 invisibility spells, to just clear a corner compartment. Now on this base it's possible because the core of the base is easily accessible for the Sui to get them out. But this attack ends up being a time fail, and we are going to go over what he could do to fix that, basically. Now, again, he uses a golem. Most of the time, by the way, you guys have a golem and an ice golem for this army in your army camp. The golem is mainly used with the log launcher and queen, or log launcher and king. The ice golem is used on the outside with the queen most of the times to basically protect her a bit better. Now again, the king is gonna take out the core with the log launcher, and the queen. The good part about this specific attack, is queen merging with the troops, the main army itself, because on the back end it can be very helpful instead of going into the core of the base, dealing with the CC and dying on this specific base. Now, the big issue on this base was the town hall compartment. The trap placement with the Teslas was great, and it's expected because these are synchronic bases. They are known for having great bases and great traps. So what happened was the Teslas basically split the army into 2 sides. One side went out on the outside of the base. RC with some Root Riders went deeper into the base, and that caused a separation of troops, and the troops lost momentum basically, and they get picked off one by one because of the split. Now there is not much you can do because you don't have your king and queen to walk on the outside and clear those Teslas. But it's basically one of the risks you could take. If this is used in normal mode, this attack crushes this base, no question asked. But this is hard mode, it's a bit more difficult, even harder than Town Hall 15 used to be. So yeah, basically that's it. Not much going into the attack. It's a very simple attack to use. Very strong, very easy to use, very easy to learn and master. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next video, see ya.